Hi class, welcome to week 10. Few things to discuss with you today about your upcoming weeks that I want to highlight your attention to. Let's go straight to week 10. First of all, you'll notice I removed an assignment. We did have a journal bibliography due, and I've decided that you actually have a lot of work right now and you have enough work. And so I'm going to take this out. So if we go into week 10 is going to look pretty straightforward to you, okay, just exactly what you'd expect. The thing I really want to highlight your attention to is your vitamin and mineral presentation. And so what you are going to see is, and I will have week 12 open today, so you can begin to work on them, is you are going to be putting together a video presentation for vitamins and minerals. This is how we're going to cover that material. As you can see, we have different due dates for this, and so let's talk about this really quick. Here are the presentation guidelines. Every student is going to select just one vitamin or mineral to present on, okay? And so, sorry, here, let me get this all into one spot. You are going to put together a 2-minute presentation. What I've provided for you is Screencast-O-Matic, which is exactly what I'm using right now to make your video, for you to put together a presentation about your topic. Here's what your presentation should contain. Okay, big things. You only have 2 minutes, so you really want to focus on what is important about your vitamin or your mineral or water. What doesn't need to be talked about. For example, if we don't see a deficiency in the US, don't spend time talking about it because you only have 2 minutes. I will be timing your presentations. The point of your presentation is this is how students are going to learn about the vitamins and minerals for their next exam. And so you really want to be thinking about what is important to convey. Here are guidelines, what you are going to turn in to me. You are going to turn in your presentation. You are going to submit it on the discussion boards that I'm going to show you in one sec. They're located in this folder. Your presentation is due depending on what you selected. So you need to make sure that you look at selection. So the very first presentations that are due are water-soluble vitamins and fat-soluble vitamins. The second set of presentations that are due are major and trace minerals, including water. The reason why you have 2 different due dates is because we're covering these 4 chapters over the course of 2 weeks. And you don't need to have minerals ready until we're actually studying minerals. And so you can decide for yourself. Maybe you want to get this right out of the way. I would pick water-soluble or fat-soluble vitamins. If maybe you feel like I just need a little bit longer to do that presentation, you can always pick a later presentation. Okay, here are your grading components so you can understand how I'll be grading you. If we go here, you will see that we have different places where you are going to submit your presentation. This makes it easy for fellow students. Because there are so many presentations, please make sure that you follow my directions on how to post your presentation and that you're posting it in the correct spot, because this makes it so students can go in and look at all the presentations in order. I've also provided you 2 worksheets right here. This is an easy way for you to keep track of the notes and all the functions of the different vitamins and minerals. That way, when you go into a testing situation, you've actually created study sheets for yourself. In order to sign up for your vitamin and or mineral, you have a wiki. Just like you've done in the past, you are going to edit the wiki in order to add your name. And so you can see here, I'm going to go into edit this wiki and I can write my name next to all of these things. I have it broken out. So these are water-soluble vitamins right here. These are minerals. Okay. And I put water under minerals. Kate, awesome Kate. Kate has already signed up for what she'd like to present on. Okay. So the faster you do this, the closer you're going to get to presenting on what you want. There's 2 names allowed per vitamin or mineral, only 2. So if the 2 are already there, then you are out of luck and you need to pick something else. One thing that's very important, do not view presentations until Thursday following the due date. And this is going to prevent students from looking at other presentations when they're creating their own. I do have track views on, so I will be able to tell. And so you do not want to go in and start viewing presentations until then. Okay, we can talk about this a little bit later. I will remind you as we get closer. I just wanted to provide you the opportunity to begin to think about this now because you only have 2 weeks to get this prepared. Here is a copy of Screencast-O-Matic. It is free. You can buy the pro version for $10 a year, but you probably don't need that. There are tutorials located here on how to do this. It is as easy as pie. This is why I love Screencast-O-Matic. I actually have the pro version because it is just super simple to use. So you will not have issues with that. You don't have to use Screencast-O-Matic. You can use something else. If you are going to do a narrated PowerPoint, you need to do it in presentation form. You shouldn't have to flip through your PowerPoint manually. Okay. The other thing I want to bring your attention to is in week 11, you are beginning your second step in your data analysis project. Now, I will have all of your journals graded by Wednesday. You have to go in and read my feedback because your grade may be good, but my feedback may tell you a lot more. So remember, Thursday morning, go in and read your feedback to make sure that you're on track because I want you to get 100% on this assignment. It's so important. It's worth 20% of your grade. So if you want to begin to work ahead, remember all of your information is right here, always in your signature assignment. If you go under this button, what you are going to see is you are going to see everything you need for your Part B right here. Okay, and so here are the details. Here are examples of APA. What does a peer-reviewed journal article look like? Remember, they conducted an experiment. It is not an op-ed piece. It is not one guy or girl talking about everything that they thought about paleo or whatever it might be. Remember, this piece is going to be very important, which is why I re-added this stuff. If you have more questions on how to complete this, remember, one page is an estimation of how long this should take you. Make sure that you include all of your components. This shouldn't be too complicated. Again, it's about one page. Really, what's really important, that your citations are APA, that your references are APA, that it actually contains your citations. The recommendations that you followed are actually scientifically founded, and that you can use them to support this, that you clearly identify the why. Why is this change important? How do the recommendations that you've selected solve the problem that you've identified in your problem statement? Okay, and so we will talk about this a little bit again next week, but I would suggest maybe you start working on this now or figure out how to divide up your work. But this information is here and available to you. Please feel free to email me if you have questions. This week, you'll kind of see in the next week, we are kind of working across a couple of weeks. I know that can be a little bit challenging. Just make sure that you're following your due dates and looking. And again, this is outside of the folder because we are spanning this over a couple of weeks. I'll open week 12 today. So those of you who are doing water-soluble and fat-soluble vitamins have access to those Learn Smarts right away. And please let me know if you have any questions. Oh, last but not least, I have opened week 11 here for you, so you can begin to take a look at that. Again, here's a reminder of this project. I have not posted your exam yet. I'll be doing so this week. I hope you have an excellent week 10.